two, one. We're live.
Woohoo!
I think I switched that over before I did the countdown, so that was fun. But
Hello.
what's going on, internets and Mad Hatters, and we've got our band here, Sans, Steve, and Gordon. You never know, Gordon might show up with his squirrel suit or whatever it is that he has.
It's a
Squirrel
fox.
suit.
What is it? It's a fox?
I think he'll accept the squirrelness, but officially
There was-
it's a fox.
Yeah, there was something that he didn't accept last time. What? It was a chip. Was it a chipmunk? A
chipmunk,
mouse?
yeah.
A chipmunk.
Chipmunk,
Okay.
yeah. Like, I'm okay being a squirrel, but I'm not okay being a chipmunk. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took offense to that, I
Ah.
think. So, it was like-
One offense.
Hello, friends. Hello, Ellen and Carl, Linda, Russell, Evan, Gary, David. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Thank
Yeah,
you so
there's
much.
a bunch of
Hi,
buddies
Tito
here.
from Texas.
Yay!
Hi, Donna and Donald from Antioch, Illinois. Oh, I'm seeing
Nice.
there's Paul from Georgia and
Kevin
Paul from
Smith
Chester,
from Des Moines.
Connecticut.
Wow.
Whoa,
Renee
Kevin Smith is on. That's amazing.
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
Hello, Terry from Pennsylvania and Lewis from Florida.
Wow.
So cool. Hi,
I
everybody.
don't even know what to say. There's so many people.
Yes,
So,
thank you so
anyone-
much for joining us.
Anyone who's joining now, feel free to ask questions in any of the chats. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook and Twitch. So if you got anything for us, we'll do our best to answer. But yeah, we got a lot of people from all over the place. And Kevin Smith says, no, not that Kevin Smith. So
It's still awesome,
I'm
Kevin
not-
Smith.
yeah,
Thank you for
yeah.
joining us today.
Yeah.
we
Yes.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are experiencing unusual weather for LA. We're actually experiencing weather.
Weather.
Yeah.
That doesn't usually happen, but
Real weather.
yeah, we're experiencing real like rain and snow here.
Yeah, I could show you guys
Yeah.
the snow. I went on the mountain this morning. It was amazing. It was literally like I feel like at least a foot of snow. So
Wow.
yeah, in a second, like I'll see if I could share my screen and show you guys some actual snow. For us in LA, we're like, this is totally novel. Like we hardly ever see it, except for Carl. He's always snowboarding and stuff. But, yeah, I love it. So,
Hey, but down here, this far south, it's absolutely crazy.
yeah,
I can see there's a whole range of, I guess, mountains, if you want to call them that, that I can see from my house that actually have snow on them. I've never seen
Yeah.
snow on them before, so this
Yeah.
is fun.
yeah, that's where I was at this morning, just in
Mhm.
those snowy mountains, and it was crazy because like going up, I started seeing like a little bit on the ground, then all of a sudden it was like a lot of snow. So yeah, that was very interesting. Oh, I think we lost Sasha. Oh no, she just went on mute. Anyways, yeah, so it's been fun. And again, thanks for everyone for joining. This is our Sunday stream series that we try to do like almost every Sunday, but something we really like to do is hang out and just answer any questions you guys might have. We're just gonna continue chatting, shooting all the things, and yeah. So what have you guys been up to this week?
Well, I think I don't know, the biggest thing is the snow. I know that there was a whole week other than the snow, but I'm staying up in Santa Clarita. It snowed here, like on the house. And I was just like, whoa.
Wow.
And I was looking up like history of snow in LA. And like there was apparently a big old like a blizzard warning in 89. And then other than that, like I think it was 1962 last
Mhm.
time we had big snow. So it was like, woohoo, crazy that there's this much snow. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just wild to it's just incredible. So other than that, editing.
Yeah.
How about y'all?
Yep. I mean, we're working on getting tour prep going for our upcoming tour. We're going to be hitting the road this April and May. So we're starting to get things ready. Like we got all this like tour promo stuff going on for that. And I'll just throw up a little tour poster right here. I just threw it up so you guys can see where we're going to be at. Reno, we start at Reno, then we go to Salt Lake City, Colorado Springs, all the way out to the East Coast up to New York City, Albany, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then from there, we go to Nashville, Tulsa, Albuquerque, and Phoenix. So yeah, it's going to be a wild time. But yeah, so we're like, I guess what I was doing was just like getting promo materials printed up. What else was I doing? That's about it. Like, there's just a lot of prep for the tour, and yeah, we're very excited.
Yeah, we're tying up the last bits of getting ready for the spring tour, and then I'm already starting to book for the July tour. We're planning a Pacific Northwest jaunt in July. So we're already starting to prep for that. So we're juggling like 2 tours at the moment, which is a lot, but it's awesome, and we're super excited to get back out there.
It's amazing.
Yes. Oh, and it's funny, Nikki was mentioning how Texas weather is all over the place. My folks are still in Texas, and they keep telling me it's crazy. It'll be like really snowy and cold one moment and then really warm the next. There's a saying in West Texas where they say if you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. My folks are also in Texas, and they've just been saying it's just crazy. There was like 2 inches of ice, and it's like it descended in a sheet of ice, just boom, like little cutouts where the houses were, and it was just on the ground. And then 75 degrees and sunny, just so weather.
Mm-hmm.
So Cody is asking when we're going to be in Colorado. Actually, we're going to be in Colorado Springs on April 22nd, which is a Saturday. So that would be awesome if you can make it out, hopefully. Oh,
yeah, I threw up the
hello, Ken from Sounds and Shadows. Awesome to see you here. Thank you for joining
Ken's
us.
here. Oh my God.
Yes. Hi, Annalise.
Yeah, I just have to give a shout out to his group. From Sounds and Shadows. Like, it's such a great community of music lovers. Definitely like reminds me a little bit of the Mad Hatter Army. So if you're on the Mad Hatter Army, check out Sounds and Shadows too. Really recommend it.
We have a question about everybody's favorite colors.
Oh,
I love that question. My hope is that black counts as a color, and if not black, then maybe different tones of gray. How about that?
There's a Gordon.
Oh, we got Gordon.
We have a Gordon. Oh, it's Gordon in his human form.
Yay! Human Gordon.
Yes.
What is happening here?
Hi.
It's disappearing, Gordon.
Hi.
Wait,
Gordon in, Gordon out. Gordon in, Gordon
Hi.
out.
I'm messing with this cool distortion that's happening with the disappear filter. Hi, bye.
Yeah.
Hi, bye.
So yeah,
So Cody is asking how much are tickets for Colorado Springs. I believe that show is $10. We have a Facebook event page. If you can go to our Facebook and you look at the events, we actually have an event page.
Yeah,
but they're $10, I believe, at the door. Some of the places we're playing are doing pre-sale. I don't think Colorado is, so you can just get the tickets at the door. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely check out the events on our Facebook page. It has a lot of the information you'll need. Also, Bands in Town, we always update that. So like if you follow us on Bands in Town, then you'll definitely like know like if there's going to be pre-sale tickets and where that link is and that sort of thing. And then we'll also, of course, be like sending out email blasts. So make sure to join our email list at army.ilikealice.com when you have a chance.
Terry is asking if we're planning on doing any sightseeing or fun stuff while on tour, which besides playing the show and hanging out with everyone, we're planning on, it's really funny when you're on tour, you really don't get that much time off because generally speaking, like this is just an average day in the life. Like we usually have to leave wherever we are at like 6 or 7 in the morning to get to the next place on time for load in and sound check and stuff. And so by the time we get there and we load in and we sound check, I mean, our sightseeing is like around the block. So we can see the neighborhood as we're driving by, which is awesome. But it's rare that we get days off, but we do get a day off in New York City. So we're really excited about that and looking forward to hopefully seeing a show and maybe checking out some museums. And it's Carl's first time, I think, to like really get to explore the city. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do as much as humanly possible in like one day. I hear there might be a museum trip involved, maybe going to like a musical or a show or something.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
And food, street food,
Of
street
course.
food.
Street food's the best. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to Elias Black for subscribing to us on Twitch.
Oh,
That is so nice of you. Thank
Dude.
That is
you.
awesome.
He not only subscribed, but he subscribed for 32 months. So
Wow.
that's
What?
Thank you so
freaking
much.
amazing.
Wow,
Oh.
thank you.
Yeah, we
So-
actually need to do more on Twitch.
Elias
Yes, I'm
Black
just
is
saying.
actually a band that I have gotten to play in. I've played keyboards on Elias Black's album, and so it is such a privilege to get to see you on here. We recorded together in Chicago, and he's based in Ohio, so hopefully we will get to see each other one of these days when we're passing through the Midwest. So, but thank you.
Yeah, and he's got a cool
Cool.
music video that I think Tosh is a robot in.
Yes. I
Yeah.
got to
Oh,
sing
that's
and
true.
sing
That's a
on
good
that
one.
And Clint
Uh,
Carney, our friend
Clint
in
Carney.
System Sin, actually put the music video together. So
Mhm.
for those of y'all that are interested, you can check it out.
What's the name of the song?
Oh, let me pull it up. I will pull it up. Talk amongst yourselves.
So in the meantime, we got a question from Ken Magerman. He was asking, do we have any pets or cats? And tell me in detail about the cats. He says. Do we have any cats in the band?
I
Or is
don't
it
think
mostly dogs,
so.
right? Yeah.
Used
I
to
think
have.
it's just, yeah. I grew up with many cats. Like I'm definitely like a cat person. I just haven't had any pets in a long time. My last pet was a fish named Sid, named after Sid Barrett from Pink Floyd. And he was a beta fish, and he was around for like 2.5 years, and he was really cool. I wish he was around for longer, but unfortunately, they don't have the longest lifespans. But that's the closest I've had to a cat in a while.
I like that, like the closest to a cat in a while is a fish. I I also had a beta fish for like years that I thought was gonna, like, it was a fair fish, so I thought it was just gonna die. So I just put it in a cup. I was like, there you go, fish. And it just kept living. So I was like, well, I guess I should get you a house. And I had a bowl, and the little guy just lived in this little tiny fish bowl forever. I was so impressed. He was a hardy fella.
Yeah. I know Carl has a dog.
Yeah, I've got a big old German Shepherd Husky named Luna,
Yeah.
and
Sweet dog.
she's currently upset with us because we're trying to plant some grass in the backyard right now, so she has something to roll around on, but we have it all completely roped off, so she can't use it and roll in the dirt, and she's not happy about that right now.
Yeah.
But she is still very energetic for how old she is as well. So I guess, and she acts like a cat sometimes. She's got the sass, the cat sass.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so.
How old?
She is gonna be 8 soon.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, she's up there, but she still sprints and jumps all over everybody whenever they walk in the house, no matter how many times we've told her not to do that. But who are we to tell her what to do, I guess.
So Donald was asking where and when in Chicago are we going to be playing? So we will be playing in Chicago on April 28th at the Live Wire Lounge with DJ Scary Lady Sarah. She's like a staple of like the Chicago electronic goth dark scene. Like I see her name like everywhere, like as a DJ. And she plays in a cool band called the Bellwether Syndicate. And we're also playing with another band called the Feral Ghosts. And yeah, that's April 20th. So hope to see you there. Tickets are only $10.
And then those are another example of tickets at the door.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll just be $10 at the door for that show. So yeah.
Mhm. Terry Warner says that they managed a haunted trail in, where is this? Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania, which is Evil Acres. It's behind Tavern 618, and they're wondering if they could book Alice there. So you never know. They're
What
looking
part
for
of Pennsylvania is that in?
it says Conneaut Lake. So that's Conneaut Lake. It sounds pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
actually,
Whatever that is.
that sounds pretty close to. It sounds very close to where I grew up. That sounds very fun. Something
Yeah.
Evil Acres. That sounds very, very Pennsylvania. Very familiar. I gotta look this up.
DJ Wicked Goth says Sarah, William, and Phil are the best, and yes, cannot agree more. Yeah, I mean, we're just again, we're on our weekly Sunday streams. If you have any questions for the band, feel free to ask us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
On Twitch, we had a question. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was
Okay.
just going to say on Twitch, we had a question from Zaldor, who said, I hope I'm saying that right, who says, any plans to return to the Metro Detroit area?
Good
Not
question.
for this particular tour. The closest we're going to be to Detroit is Chicago. But we definitely would love to figure out like coming through that way. Absolutely. We had a really good time when we played in Detroit. So yeah, we would love to be able to make that happen. So absolutely.
Yeah, we had last time I think we were in the Detroit area. We had a show that fell through, and a bunch of friends and some amazing people in the area managed to pull something together for us, and we wound up playing at a place called I think it was like Noir Leather. Was that it?
Noir Leather.
Noir Leather, and they managed to set us up in like basically an empty storefront, and it was like one of my favorite shows. I don't know, it was just like completely DIY, and we were just basically like getting people in off the streets, and people were like, what is going on? And it was a fun show. But hopefully we could get back there.
Yeah, it's always really fun because we play such a variety of shows when we're on tour. So, we play in proper venues, but I mean, we've like played in skate parks and what is it? It's not ice rink. Help me out here, guys.
Roller rink.
Roller rink.
Oh, roller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, words
Although
aren't happening today. Yes.
An ice rink would be cool too.
That would be very interesting setting up on an ice rink.
It
That
could
would
be
very slick.
very,
yeah, a
very
little
dangerous.
slip. Yes.
Especially if like we're wearing ice skates and like we decide to skate around while we're playing, and something happens, and then all of a sudden like I chop my arm off, and that's
Ooh.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe
I want
ice
that to
rink on
happen.
the side. Maybe not
Yeah.
on the ice.
If you remember what happened to me in the rolling
That's what I was
skating
thinking
rink,
about.
barely holding on to my there was a brake on roller skates. There's no brake on ice skates, so I think I'll just stay put on that ice rink. But because I have fur, I'm just naturally more comfortable in that environment. It's cold. It's great.
Yeah.
Give me a Zamboni, and I'm a happy little raccoony.
So
don't even
Kevin
know.
Smith is asking, what are our favorite bands? What are our favorite bands?
Favorite band?
Favorite bands.
Oh man.
My favorite band is Deerhoof.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always talking about them.
They're incredible.
Geez. It's such a great like era right now for music, I feel like, because whenever I'm on Spotify or I'm like browsing through Instagram, like I'm always exposed to like all this new music. I don't know if it's a result of the algorithms or whatever the case is. I've been just finding like a lot of great new music, and it's been incredible. One newer band that I like actually is a band called Kanga. I've been listening to her a lot. And then I actually yesterday I just found this new band out of the UK called Host. And it was very strange. Like I usually don't like just get into a band from like seeing one thing on Instagram, but the music just grabbed me. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's like we're talking about all-time favorite bands.
Well,
this is like recent.
Well, Scott's been introducing me to stuff. You introduced me to Caravan Palace. And,
oh yeah, definitely.
And that's been a real great find because I feel like that is the essence of where electro swing begins, authentically beginning from France and the Django thing. Very cool. So yeah,
no,
Scott has good recommendations. Scott's the one who does the playlist at Loadout.
Loadout,
we need that. Scott's playlist.
It's just incredible. Like, I don't know.
Do you have that playlist posted up in the?
Oh no, I could grab it. I'll post it on the chat.
Yeah. Check it out, everybody. It's Scott's Chill Mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Loadout music is always legit.
Yeah, it's fun.
Or tight.
Yeah, I'll grab that link right now. What was that?
Oh no, I thought you were gonna just to keep that conversation going. I think it was last tour whenever we played through Atlanta, right? Whenever we were loading in, somebody else had a playlist on, and that's when the first time I heard a band called King Buffalo. And I really got into them after we came back from that. And I've kind of I'm still diving in. They have these really long instrumental songs that just have this really awesome driving force to them. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite band, but it's definitely the band I'm listening to the most right now. It's King Buffalo.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Just remember whenever we were setting everything up, they were playing over the speaker system, and I was like, I think I'm into this. This is cool.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We have a really cool question from Terry, who is asking if we have, besides the obvious, inspirations for any literary inspirations for our songwriting and performance. It's really funny because I think that whatever you ingest is sort of an indirect inspiration, whether you realize it or not. So I'm not sure how it influences my writing, but I'm a huge fan of like Neil Gaiman, Stephen King, and Clive Barker. Like I think that Stephen King was actually like my favorite author growing up. Just loved all of his stories, and then Clive Barker as well. I discovered him after Stephen King, and then when I discovered Neil Gaiman, I was like, I have to read everything, like all of the graphic novels, everything I can get my hands on. So yeah, that's it for me. How about y'all?
I've actually been reading Sandman series right now. Actually, technically listening because it's on Audible, and it's really cool. It's like done in like the classic radio play sort of way. So there's like Foley, and there's different characters, and there's like atmospheric sounds, and it's slightly cheesy but really awesome. So I would recommend it to anyone who wants to have that experience. I mean, I have the graphic novels too, but I love to just listen to the books as I run and stuff. So,
it's funny how calling it having to call it a story and not calling it a book, because a book, when you say what book are you reading, it has to be a book because books contain stories, but you hold a book. And so ironically, even though I'm listening to various stories like that, the only book I'm actually reading is a choose your own adventure books from like, I don't know, way back when, like decades old, weird things that my mom sent me. She's like, hey, do you want these? I was like, okay. Like had them as a kid. And so it's almost like that. What's that interactive Netflix movie?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bandersnatch. It's like,
yeah.
It's kind of fun just going back down those simple twists and turns. So choose your own adventure.
Indeed. So yeah, we are here. If you have any questions for the band, please ask them in the chats. Oh, I see Tripwires is in Twitch. What's up, Tripwire? Good to see you. It's been a while. And but yeah, if you have any questions, shoot them our way.
Earlier, Carl was asking about what song the music video was for Elias Black, and posting it in the chat on Facebook. It's called Fire. So that's the name of the song.
It's a good one.
Cheddar, hello, hello.
Hi,
So
Cheddar.
much love. So good to see you on here.
Happy late birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to you.
Ellen was actually asking if our new sticker fits on a phone case. And
Oh, let me show you actually. I put mine on my water bottle. I'm not sure if y'all can see that. So it doesn't fit on a phone. I mean, it depends on the size of your phone.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
pretty big.
here's the sticker. It's 4 inches by 4 inches, and here's my phone. So like, yeah, it's sort of like weird and gross looking in the light, but you know, it's pretty big sticker. So it's up to you. Like, you might want to be like, all right, I'll just wrap it around, that sort of thing. But you know, we might just get like some phone cases made with the design. So I don't know.
Very cool.
Oh, and yeah, we have new stickers, by the way. We're really excited. These are actually going to be in the starter pack version 2 that we're building out. But we were just so excited about the design that we wanted to just get them out right now. So yeah, if you do wind up grabbing a starter pack, we'll throw this in, and you can just get it like individually on our online store. So yeah.
So Paul is asking what our favorite music video has been to film. Carl, Sasha.
They're all so different. Like, it's such a cool question. And I've never really thought about like which one is our favorite. I guess it's the same as like the song, it's like it's kind of whichever one we're working on, right? Like this one's my favorite. No, now this one's my favorite. I feel like it's probably similar. I think our biggest production to date was Breathe, right? Like that had the most people involved and the most like
definitely
locations and building out things. I shouldn't say locations because I think Something to Believe had more locations, but we certainly built out like that whole kind of pirate ship desert set.
Yeah,
it's kind of a pirate ship.
It reminded me of Wasteland Weekend before we even really knew what Wasteland Weekend was.
Yeah.
We were just sort of like doing it in Brian Forrest's backyard. We're like, let's just make this like this strange post-apocalyptic set. Like literally, Sash, you were there with RJ, like constructing the stage and like all this stuff, It's definitely like a huge shoot.
Yeah, it was a big, I think there was Brian Forrest let us use his I love that that's his whole name, Brian Forrest. Brian Forrest, he let us use he has like a shop kind of in his garage, and so we were building stuff out there, and he was there. That's one of my favorite behind the scenes is videos. I think it actually did make it into the music video, is when he and RJ are like cutting wood back there together. It's just it was a big undertaking, and I think it turned out beautiful, and we had so many dancers and so many people, like so many people came and hung out and participated and were part of it. Like it was just, I don't know, it was a very busy shoot.
Yeah, I think that's the only one where we had like crowd shots as well, where it's just tons of people and everybody was so great to get there and just like give everything that they had for that music video, and it was such a beautiful thing to get to be a part of. My goodness. Oh man, I think okay, here's a not necessarily a top 3 in any order, but definitely the 3 that I know that I learned the most from. One, the Condemned video, which was fantastic, because one, that was the first time I got to shoot with a red camera, and so I think it was a red Scarlet, if I'm not mistaken, for everybody. And oh my goodness, it was so cool because Saja had all these awesome concepts of like the marionette puppets and everything, and the face masks that were faces, but they were masks, and it was just so cool to shoot. And we got to do a lot of awesome top lighting with a lot of top lighting would make it look like a film noir kind of thing. Then the Part of Me music video that we shot during the pandemic was especially fun because we got to work with blacklight and blacklight face paint, and really with and also there was a green screen shoot as well, but it was like it was green screen but also silhouette at the same time. So I feel like that was pretty awesome. And for the Bash Rock project, we did a music video for their song Race Car Driver, and we got to go out to the El Mirage lake bed, and if it's on YouTube now, if I'm not mistaken, and you get to see Gordon on a little tricycle try and race somebody in a giant car.
It is pretty awesome. I really thought I was going to win.
Yeah, I thought so. The way the way that you were really like talking to the driver, also, I was like, I think he's got a shot. I really do. Oh, there goes the light.
Oh.
Everything is a metaphor for my life. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that.
So Kevin Smith was asking how many music videos have we made? So that's a really actually really good question too,
That is
because
an amazing question.
I don't even know.
I know. I think we've lost count. I think our first Alice video, official Alice video, was I think it was Awaiting, wasn't it? I think it was Awaiting. So we did a shoot with our friend Polaris, who's a really incredible visual artist director.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I think that was our first
yeah.
official one. And we didn't really shoot too many videos for End of the Beginning. Like we did some interesting little blips, but I think that was the only video that we actually did for End of the Beginning. And then we did a music video for every single song on the 13th hour. So 14 songs. We did a music video every full moon, along with a single and art. And then for As Above, we did there's Electrical, For Dead, Love Is Forever, Bottled Truth. We did a video for every single song, except for Something to Believe that has not been released yet. So
But it will be. So it will be every single song.
yes, so eight videos. And then for So Below coming up, we've done like a song or a video for 3 so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
My current new favorite one though is this one.
Dead Lucky.
So yeah, our newest music video is actually it was actually created as a collaboration with the writer of this comic book, put out by Image Comics. And it's hard to see, there's like a big glaring light. But I really love the music video that they did, and y'all should check it out.
Sean is asking about our Alice Underground cover of the Cowboy Bebop theme, Tank, amongst others, and is asking if there are other movies or TV shows that have influenced our work. It's awesome that you bring that up, because we did a whole couple of concerts actually at Anime Expo on not just Cowboy Bebop, but also the Neon Evangelion 20th anniversary. So it was really amazing to get to interpret music composed by this incredible music. So anime definitely plays an influence, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's something about learning like music that's so in depth. Like we did the same thing when we dove into the David Bowie albums. So Gordon's connecting, but Gordon was actually the music director. Gordon, I was telling them about our David Bowie shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we actually did we did Hunky Dory. What was the other?
Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs.
Well, and we were gonna do Aladdin Sane, but we did this thing called Wake Not the Dead. That was kind of just a holiday show, Halloween show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love also like Trent Reznor's compositions. So I feel like he's played a huge part in a lot of the movies that we've seen that I feel like it's really changes the whole vibe of the whole movie with his compositions. So yeah.
It's cool when you see movies and sound obviously plays such a huge part in what we're feeling and what we're experiencing. But with Trent Reznor, it's like it becomes its own character in the film, and I love that.
Yeah, I'm definitely influenced and inspired by a lot of soundtrack music, you know. One that really like grabbed my attention actually was from the movie Dread, and the composer was Paul Leonard Morgan, and he just created like this really like electronic, almost like industrial soundtrack, but it was just very textural, you know. And the song, like if you get the album, like the songs were like 30 seconds to a minute long, you know. And yeah, I mean, like definitely check it out. Also, geez, what's that movie? There's the movie about space that's like with the big black hole. I forget the name of that movie, but the
Interstellar.
soundtrack, Interstellar. Yes, like one of my all-time favorite like modern movie soundtracks.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer is absolutely a genius of our time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't remember right now who. I should look it up real quick, but I love the soundtrack for the movies, the Quiet Place movies. Those soundtracks are like just like I put them on when I'm working, and there's just boom, like immediate like headspace switch. They're
I'll have to check that
beautiful.
out.
Yeah, beautiful.
Zaldor on Twitch is asking, speaking of Trent and Atticus, did we catch their music from Bones and All, and did we see the movie? I have not seen it, but I'll definitely have to put that on my bucket list. Thanks for letting us know about that. Have any of y'all
To
seen
check
it?
that out, Bones and All. I have to see when it came out. I guess that just came out last year. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I try to catch whenever like they do a soundtrack, you know, project together. And speaking of like their work too, I mean, I think they did the music for Soul, you know, that the Pixar movie, and they won like a Grammy for that as well. Like it's like every time they do a soundtrack, they like win a Grammy, you know.
Oh, so Tom is asking if we ever thought of doing Carl Sash, this is for y'all. An interlocking series of video that tell a connecting story.
Funny you should ask. When we did the 13th hour music videos, when we were doing the whole music video artwork song every month, every full moon, and those do lock together loosely, and so we put a movie together called the 13th hour anthology, and filmed the little snippets that would go. Can I do that without my background? My snippets that would go like in between, and stitched it all together. So you can find that. It is out there in the universe.
It's on our YouTube channel.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, you could watch
So-
the entire like it's like I don't even know how long it is, but the whole thing. If you search for Alice Anthology, 13th Hour, it'll pop up.
And I think we also did a whole live stream of us doing a commentary on it as well.
That's right.
That's right. When we were lost our minds from the pandemic, thinking of
Yes.
what can we do? And I
Yeah,
was
like,
like,
what else are we gonna do?
Let's watch
Let's
the
just-
entire anthology and talk over it.
and,
Stream
and
it
make fun of
as we go.
ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, if you can't laugh at yourselves, you can't laugh at much of anything. So
But Luna
Yeah.
makes an appearance, or wait, not
Teddy
Luna.
bear.
It's Teddy. yeah.
Teddy makes an
Yeah.
appearance.
That's
Teddy bear.
Gina's dog.
Yeah.
Gina's
Who
birthday.
also just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Teddy. So yeah, Teddy Bear plays a pretty big part in it. And Gordon wrote like Teddy Bear's theme song is what I think about it as, where for him to be going through the forest, like he gets separated from his mom and he's looking for her, and I'm just like, the way your music made me feel, I was like, you can do it, Teddy Bear. So
Dude.
Yeah, he got his
Yeah.
own theme. It takes a very, very important part of the cinematic universe of Alice.
it's true.
Theme, his own storyline. He is a star of that whole thing.
And let me tell you, he was a trooper, because he was another one that we filmed out in where did we go? It wasn't the El Mirage Lake bed, it's Salton Sea. And it was another one of those like 109-degree days. And oh man, he's a fluffy guy. It was very warm. He was a trooper. He followed all of his directions and hit his marks and nailed it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the sequel, for when we bring the furry ones back. To whatever we're doing.
So Drew is asking if we have plans to collaborate with other groups, and if we've heard of a group called the Birthday Massacre. Yes, we think they are amazing. I've actually gotten to see them in concert here in LA, and I thought they were awesome. And yeah, in terms of collaboration, yeah, we absolutely love collaborating with people. We've done some remixes for other people. Other people have done remixes for us. Our electrical remix album is actually a lot of our friends that remixed electrical for us. And then also I play in a band, so does Scott, called System Sin. We're actually going to be playing a couple of shows in the Northeast with System Sin. And we did a remix for System Sin. So we're all kind of intertwined, and it makes for really fun worlds. We love collaborating with people. So yes.
Yeah, we're always definitely like looking for new collaborations, and love working with our friends, and it's always fun to see what we could create collectively, you know.
Ryan is asking if we have any concerts recorded, and if not, will we?
Well, we have a lot of right now. We have a lot of like our live streams recorded, but that's not technically like, I don't know if you could consider that like a live concert. I think we're trying to do some more recording on our upcoming tours, and I think that's something we all have been like talking about for a while. So yeah, that's definitely something we want to do. So
yes. And Terry had a question that was really beautiful. She asks, with Alice, is there an element of world building, or is the music and visuals a response or statement about actual life events? I'd say it's probably a combination of both, you know. I think that
what yeah, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say that I think that the kind of art and music that we collectively seem to be drawn to is surreal. And there's metaphor in surreal art, I think. And so, but I think that it's inevitable that it reflects life and events and the world, because this is the world that we inhabit all together. So yeah, I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I feel like it's a combination of all of the above.
Yeah, that was a great answer, because I couldn't have thought of anything else. You know, that's perfect.
When I was in high school, like I really had a hard time expressing myself with my friends, and so I didn't really know how to say I was upset. So I'd write poems. So like instead of just flat out saying like, "Hey, this hurt me," I would hand them a poem. So I've learned how to communicate better since then, hopefully. But you know, my way in the past, and even currently, sometimes inhabiting my worlds is to write poetry and lyrics. So it's just how I know how to be in the world.
I would say that for a high school student to even be able to write a poem about it and then hand it to them, so brave, so brave, you know, like I think that's incredible. So
Thank you.
kudos.
Yeah.
I didn't know any other way. It was like, here's
see,
my
like,
poem.
like Tosh like walking up to you in high school, doing nothing but like slamming a piece of paper in your hand and just running, and then like that's what I envision.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't. It was just like, it was a very like, here's my poem. It's like my little heart on this piece of paper.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh, somebody was asking about Chattanooga. We're not playing in Chattanooga, but we are playing in Nashville. So hopefully that is close enough to you that you can make it out. We're playing at the Cobra on May 10th.
Yes. And I'll just take a moment to throw up our tour poster again. So yeah, actually I need to like redo some of these dates, because the one in Albuquerque now is more confirmed, right?
We're still waiting for the confirmation of the venue.
Right.
So,
let's see where else. Oh, also in Wilmington, that's not going to be at Bar XIII. That's going to be at a new place. So I'll need to make an updated version of this poster. But yeah, we're really excited to get out there, you know, and we appreciate you all for coming out and supporting underground music. You know, it really makes the world that much more vibrant, I think. So thank you.
Yes, and we're getting some love from Brian. We can't wait to see you in Reno.
Oh,
Very,
Brian.
very excited.
Sweet.
Yes, thank you for coming and hanging out. It is almost tour time. Oh,
I
and
know.
Alexander's asking if we're making it out to Kansas City, Missouri. We are making it out to St. Joseph, Missouri.
St. Joseph. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not sure if that's closest to you, but we are playing in St. Joseph and also St. Louis. So hopefully between the two places, you'll be able to make it out to one of them.
Dun.
Yes. And
Yeah. Yeah. So just so you guys know, if you're here, if you're just coming onto the stream, feel free to ask us any questions. We're always happy to answer anything you might have to throw at us. In a little bit, we're actually jumping on to our tea time with our Inner Circle subscribers. And it's something really fun that we do for our Inner Circle peeps where we all just jump on a Zoom session, sort of like we are right now, but like literally like with you. And then we just hang out, drink some tea and get to know each other, share the community, you know. What's a chaffle, Alex? I have no idea what a
oh
chaffle
no,
is.
no,
I'm gonna
no.
have to Google it.
Alex totally showed us what a chaffle is. So it's like
Really?
it's like an omelet made in a waffle maker. Is that the best? That's the best way I can
Yeah,
describe
like
it.
a
It's
like a
Oh.
cheesy omelet.
That's like
But
the
you make
most
it in a
genius thing in the
waffle
world. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Does
Well,
anybody have a waffle maker? Like, do any of us have a waffle maker?
I've got one.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yep.
Well,
I'll bring it to
experimentation.
the next band rehearsal. We'll just
Grand.
set up the waffle maker with like a camera on it, a webcam, just like, here you go.
All right, it'll be a chaffle experiment.
So, Sasha, Harry
Yes.
is asking our inspiration for our makeup scheme.
Oh, wow. We have worked with some incredible hair and makeup artists. We're so lucky to get to work with amazing hair and makeup artists. And Rachel Lee, who we all just love and talk about astronomically, is in charge of all of our fantastic looks now. And at the time when we were starting 13th Hour, and we knew we were gonna be making all these music videos, and we wanted for the live show and the music videos for them all to be very like cohesive. And then we started thinking about how can we represent ourselves more as like a unit, you know, in this post-apocalyptic world, like as we're walking up to the show or walking up on the screen, like how can we be more like unified? And so we settled on this makeup scheme to kind of make us like represent us like a family, like a chosen family. And so we stuck with the red and black because that's the Alice thing. And then, but everybody's is slightly different and it all means something. So thank you so much for asking how we decided on it. It's lots of experimentation, lots of trial and error, I would say. And I know that Rachel's currently like working on new elements for the upcoming tour. So it's exciting. So thank you for your beautiful question. I hope I answered it.
It's always interesting because depending on how much time we have to get ready, because sometimes it's literally like Sasha has all of 5 minutes to paint each person. So it's sort of like I remember, I'll never forget. You did a handprint on Gordon.
I know. I was like, come here, smash, and then there's
It
your
works.
makeup.
Yeah.
Oh man, a lot of it does have to do with how much time we have.
Yeah. John Harris is wondering when we're playing in LA. That's a really good question. I feel like we spend a lot of time not playing in LA.
Well, we it's really funny because you know, I sometimes forget. I'm like, oh, here is a place that we inhabit. We really need to put some more love here. And we have played actually SoCal a few times last year. We played at Wasteland Weekend, and we played at Bar Sinister.
Yeah.
So we did have a couple of LA shows, but I feel like, you know, we treat LA equally to all of the other cities that we try to visit, because we try to get to as many places as possible each year. You know, we have to be really strategic with our regions, because it's like it takes a while to get from West Coast to East Coast, and, you know, Southeast and all the places. So we try to like hit as many places as possible. So you know, we'll definitely be figuring out, so hopefully something this year for SoCal. So we'll keep you posted on that. But
Yeah.
it's a beautiful community here. It's a beautiful music scene. I love how like it's so diverse. There's something for everybody here. So I feel like it's very inspiring, and a lot of really inspiring live shows. So we'll definitely make a point of playing some SoCal shows for sure.
Brian was actually wondering when we are putting out our new album. And that is also another really good question.
Well,
I feel like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I think we're shooting for this fall, but we'll see, you know, so that's sort of tentatively. You know, we have grand schemes and ideas. Like, part of it, we want to do a Kickstarter for like a full-on double album vinyl. So like being able to create like an incredible vinyl, like physical, like piece of art, you know, I think would be really special. You know, and we also want to create a few other things along with that for the release. And we also have to create the music. So we're working hard on that. Obviously, like tour prep definitely takes some time away from that. So, you know, we might take some time off later this year just to really focus on like finishing the album. You know, I think that might be something worthwhile for us to do, but it just depends, you know, where things are at. Like sometimes we get show and tour opportunities that it's really hard to turn down, like festivals, that sort of thing. So yeah, like shooting for this fall, but you know, we'll keep it a little loose.
Yeah, Kenneth is actually asking about Yakima, and thank you for the kind words. They were saying Marion Drain said our shows were phenomenal when he played with us last. We loved getting to play with Marion Drain as well. That was awesome. And our show in Yakima is just hands down like one for the books. I mean, the energy, you know, y'all were incredible. Like, I'm like, can we just bring y'all in the van with us? Because holy wow, that was an amazing show. We are actually coming back in July. So more details on that hopefully soon, but we are definitely coming back to Yakima in July, and we can't wait. And we will be bringing some new material when we do.
Yakima was an incredible show too. Like, you know, because you never know like what kind of show you're walking into, especially in a new region. We just played Mechanismus, I think. You know, we do Mechanismus, and then we had a bunch of other shows scattered throughout Washington. And so one of those shows was in Yakima, and we played at a place called Punk's Bar. And I guess one of the things that they do there, like they're really supportive of live bands. They like support a lot of touring bands that come through there from all different scenes. You know, they don't discriminate. Any kind of music is great there. But one of the things that they do is they actually play all the music videos on like their TVs, like in the entire venue, like for weeks before like a band comes through. So by the time we come in, like we're playing, you know, music to people we've never met before, and they're like singing along, and we're just like, what is going on here? You know? So it was a really fun show. And we can't wait to get back. And I know we're going to be doing something really special this summer there. So it should be a really fun show.
Oh, Tom is asking if we've ever played Dragon Con, and no, we have not. We would love to. We have submitted actually several years, but we've never gotten invited to come. So we would love to. Our friends in Isintilla have played there a bunch. So that would be a bucket list place that we would love to play. So we'll see if it's in our cards. And James is asking if we can make it to Lexington. We did play Lexington this past fall, but we would love to come back. We had an amazing time. Or was it Lexington or Louisville?
Louisville.
Louisville. Thank you. Thank you. That was our first time in Kentucky, actually, and it was so beautiful. I felt like everywhere we drove, it was just green, it was just lush, so beautiful there. So we would love to come back for sure.
Wow. So I'm excited about our tea time coming up with our inner
Yeah.
circle peeps. So we'll be getting off in 3 minutes and then just jumping on our Zoom and hanging out there with our inner circle friends. So yeah.
So thank y'all for
Cool.
being here with us today on the Sunday stream, which is it's just becoming such a heart-filling experience. So thank y'all so much for being here and your awesome questions and your kind words. It means so much to us.
Yes.
Yes, it's so wonderful to see so many friends from all over, whether we've met y'all in person or haven't yet. We're just really grateful for all y'all. And yeah, it means a lot to us that you share your time and energy with us and really inspire us. Like I love the questions. Like we'll walk away from these streams going, wow, that was inspiring, and like feel supercharged, just ready to write the next song. So thank you.
Awesome. All right. So for those in the inner circle, feel free to come hop on in a couple minutes and we'll see you there.
Bye.
All right. Later.
Bye.